Assalamu alaikum. Myself, Muhammad Abu Bakr, student of Artificial Intelligence, third semester at AI University, Islamabad. Today, I am going to present my project of probability and statistics assigned by our professor, Mr. Tahir. So, let's go towards our project. I am going to present the statistical analysis on Pakistan exports from the year 2018 to 2022. Technologies I am using on the statistical analysis of my dataset. Python, the language which I am using, and then the pandas is the library which is usually used to deal with the datasets. And after the matplotlib and the seaborn, these are used for the statistical analysis for making the graphs on the datasets. So here is the information of my dataset. I have the dataset of the years from 2018 to 2022, and here is the original dataset which I gained from the Google, in which I have the column name in the form of alphabets like I, J, K, V, Q, and in these columns I have gained the codes. Here is the code sum 44, here is the code 2024, here is the code, here is the value, and here is the quantity. And then I have two more datasets in which I get the dataset of country codes and the dataset of the product codes, in which here is the dataset of the product codes, in which these are the codes of the products and these are the informations of the product. So after this data is like scattered, like no arrangement, and code words are used, and moreover there are also missing values. So first of all, I perform the pre-processing on this data and change this data into refined and clear data. And this refined data, I can see that the column names are replaced by the original column names, and these codes, like if I have initially I have the data set of the whole world, okay, and the whole world I extract the data of only related with the Pakistan. And after that, here are the J represent the codes of the importers, like countries means there must be the country names. So I replaced these importers country codes by the country names. And after that, this is the column of the product code, in which K represents the column of the product code, which is replaced by the product name and then value and then quantity. What are the pre-processing I performed on my datasets? First of all, the description table, the description column presents is a mixture of data. So what I do is I extract the name of the products like horses and asses, and then I extract the category. So I make them separate columns like product name, product code, and the category. These are the three main columns which will be used. So this data is now arranged. No code words are there. Pre-processed data, clean data, and refined data for my statistical analysis. There is a question which arises in your mind, is that what is the purpose of this project? Why I am doing this project? So if the man wants to invest his money and he wants to invest on the right product, so this statistics help him to choose that specific product and invest and earn more and more revenue. And that product not only have importance in Pakistan but also in the other countries. So this data set and this statistics are very helpful for that person. So let's come to our statistics. First of all, I take the data set of the year 2022. This graph shows us the overall all the countries which imports from Pakistan, and the leftmost country represents the top countries of the top imported countries from Pakistan. Here are the top 10 countries which imports most from the Pakistan, in which the first is USA, then China, then United Arab in 2022. And here are the values in dollars and Pakistani rupees of USA and China, and then so on, which imports the most from Pakistan in 2022. From this, we analyze that the top importer country is the USA. And here are the percentages of year 2022, which in which the top lies by the USA, which is 25.8%, and then China. Here are the bottom 10 importers from the Pakistan, and here are their country names and their values in rupees and then dollars. These are the percentages that show that the bottom most country lies in this percentage. And this graph shows the top 10 categories of the Pakistani exports, in which the first is clothing, and then textile and fabrics, and then oils, and then etc. And here is the total revenue earned by the Pakistan by exporting the category clothing, which is around 11 million. And this is the $11 million in Pakistani rupees. And then these are the top 10 products of the top category, which is clothing. And the top product of the top category clothing is the trousers, then jerseys, and then t-shirts, and then so on. And here is the total revenue earned by the trousers in the category clothing. So if we look overall products of the total exports of the Pakistan, in which same the top product is the trousers, then belt, then fabrics, and then so on. And here is the total revenue earned by the trousers in overall products. So here is the country which buys most trousers from the Pakistan. And the top is USA, and then Germany, and then Spain, and then United Kingdom. And here's the total value in dollars and rupees. Till now, we analyze the top country, the top category, and the top product. So if a human, if someone wants to invest his money, so from this he can see that the top five products, that which are the top five products, which are the top five countries, and which are the top five countries for which he has to go with. So here is the correlation between the quantity and the value, that the top quantity and the top value shows the topmost point, and this point is gained by the plant's products. And what does this? Even in previous slide, we can see that there is a that the top product is a trouser. But why here is the plant? This means that that product which also top in the quantity and which also has more value. So that is the plant product in which we are seeing the correlation of the quantity and the value. So here are the percentages of the export values, in which we can see that the clothing is the top most in values, and here we can see that the plant products are the top most in the quantity. So these two tables are representing the percentages of the values and the quantities. And here is this graph is showing me the price of per ton of every product. Okay, here is now we will move forward on the data visualization of overall 5 years. In previously, I have just presented you the data statistics of the year 2022, and if I have time, I will also show you the statistics of year 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. So let's move forward. So from this page, we can see the total exports, the total revenue, and the total percentage earned by each year. In 2022, we make a revenue 38 billion, and then 2021, then 20 we make 25 billion. And here are the percentages which tells us the total percentage lie by each year in these 5 years. Like importance of the 2022 is 25%, then 21%, then 16%, and then so on. So in that 5 years, like from 2018 to 2022, the top category is in 2022 is clothing, 21 is clothing, but in 2018, the top exported category is textile and fabrics, and here are their values. So here are the top 10 countries importing the top category. What is the top category? That is clothing, and there are the top 10 countries which are imports by the country. The top is USA, the Germany, then the UK, and then the Spain, and that these are the top 10 countries of their last 5 years. These are the top 10 exporting categories of the last 5 years. Someone is clothing, then textile and fabrics, then plants, then oils and fats, and then as so on. Yes, these are the top five categories, and there are the trends of the last 5 years. In 2018, the top category is textile and fabrics, and then in 2022, the top category is clothing. So these are the top 10 exporting products. If we that shows me that the top exporting products trousers, then bedlinen, then fabrics, and then so on in overall 5 years. These are the trends of the top five products. Like in 2018, the products are trousers, and 2022, the products are also trousers. So these are the trends which shows me the line that in which year there's a less import or less export, and in which year we made a top export, and so on. These are the top 10 importing countries of the year 2022, which imports the most top category, which is clothing. Like first, USA has made the top imports of clothing, and then China, then Germany, and then so on. And these are the top these are the trends of the top five countries importing the clothing category. Like in 2018, the United Arab Emirates is the lowest, but in 2022, it improves the imports of the category clothing from Pakistan. And in all the 5 years, we choose the final country. It means that is USA. If we invest on the category clothing, and if we invest on the product of the top category clothing, that is trousers, so the country which we have to go for is USA, and then it is China, and then Germany. So here is the final slide in which I am showing the total revenue and the total percentage earned by the each year. Like in 2022, we made a total revenue of 38 million, and the top category make the revenue of 11 million. So the category clothing contains a percentage of 30% in the total exports of the year 2022. And let's come to the final result, and what we have get till now from our statistics. We come to know about the top product, about the top category, about the product of the top category, about the top five importing countries, and the top five important countries of the top category. So as we can see that if we invest on the category clothing, and inside clothing, if we invest on the product trousers, and if we target the countries like USA, China, and Germany, then it will definitely make some profit for us. Okay. Okay, here you can see that all the code of the statistical analysis which I perform on my data. Here are the top countries. Here are top 10 countries, the percentages of the top 10 countries, the bottommost important, the bottommost countries, the percentages of the bottommost countries, and so on. You can see the codes and the results of that code in the statistical analysis and the graphs. Okay, and here is the year-wise comparison of all the 5 years. These are the top 5 years, and so on. These are percentages involved by every year, and the top categories of every year, and so on. Thank you so much. I hope that these slides are very useful for you. If any type of question arises in your mind, you can place that in your comment box, and I will be very quick in your answer. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.